Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that's completely invisible to the naked eye, yet it entirely dictates the movement of the world's physical goods. We're talking about the massive, hyper-complex algorithmic ecosystem of dynamic freight rate calculation. Every single time you order a product online or walk past a fully stocked grocery shelf, there's actually a fierce mathematical battle happening in the background. It's figuring out exactly how much it costs to move that specific item from point A to point B, literally down to the millisecond. To really grasp why this matters, we've got to set the stakes. The global freight and logistics market is valued at a staggering $3.3 trillion annually. It is the central nervous system of international commerce. But for decades, the way companies bought space on a truck to move their freight was entirely analog. It was highly emotional, based on relationships, and honestly, deeply inefficient. And this brilliantly illustrates the true cost of that inefficiency. Out of the roughly 95 billion miles driven by professional truck drivers in the United States every single year, about 35% of those miles are driven completely empty. That is a massive financial drain for carriers, not to mention a huge environmental toll. All because the clunky, analog systems of the past just couldn't efficiently match an empty truck with a waiting load. So here is our roadmap for today to make sense of all this. We'll be covering 1. The analog freight problem. 2. Chasing the freight waterfall. 3. Inside the AI brain. 4. Pipelines and telematics. 5. Real-world AI brokerages. And finally, 6. The predictive logistics future. We've got a clear path to demystify this, so let's get right into it. Okay, let's dive into this with Section 1, the analog freight problem. Historically, shippers locked down trucks through these super rigid annual request for proposal processes. They'd basically negotiate static rates for the entire year. But here's the catch. These contracts are incredibly brittle. When a macroeconomic shock hits, say a massive weather disaster or a sudden spike in consumer demand, those static contracts completely fall apart. Brokers used to spend literally countless hours manually haggling over rates via email and phone calls just to find available trucks. And that manual baseline, it directly contributes to those 35% empty miles we just talked about, which generates a staggering 76 million metric tons of excess carbon dioxide emissions every single year. Which brings us to how the market actually reacts when those contracts fail. Section 2, chasing the freight waterfall. This is how freight procurement cascades in real life, step by step. Step 1. A shipper system automatically asks their primary contracted carrier to take a load. Step 2. If the open market is hot and that carrier realizes they can make more money elsewhere, they reject it. This is an absolutely crucial industry metric known as a tender rejection. Step 3. The request cascades down a list of backup carriers, usually at progressively higher contracted rates. And finally, Step 4. If everyone rejects it, the load falls out of the routing guide entirely and plunges right into the open spot market. This spot market is the volatile, immediate neat pool of freight at the very bottom of the waterfall where rates fluctuate wildly based purely on real-time supply and demand. Now, what's really fascinating is how AI engines figure out exactly what to charge the second a load hits that volatile spot market. They look at a foundational metric, the load-to-truck ratio. This data is predominantly aggregated by DAT Freight and Analytics, drawing from a massive $118 billion in transactions. Think of it like this. If there are 4 loads waiting to be picked up in Chicago, but only 1 available truck, the AI knows capacity is tight down to the exact zip code, and the price instantly goes up. Moving fast from the manual haggling to the math, let's hit Section 3, inside the AI brain. Now, you might be wondering, do companies just plug all this data into some pure black box AI? Actually, no. Pure AI is highly predictive, sure, but it's incredibly vulnerable to unpredictable black swan events, like a global pandemic or a sudden maritime crisis. If the AI hasn't seen an event like that before in its training data, it might spit out a catastrophic pricing error. To fix this, state-of-the-art logistics providers use a safer hybrid system. This fuses probabilistic AI with strict deterministic mathematical constraints to keep the algorithms firmly anchored in reality. The industry basically relies on a specific 3-block proprietary equation to make this work. Step 1 is the AI combinator. It runs multiple regression models, things like XGBoost and random forest, analyzing tons of variables like fuel and weather, and averages out the most accurate predictions. Running parallel to that is Step 2, the mathematical calibrator. It looks strictly at identical historical shipments from the last 30 days, trimming out weird anomalies to create a safe, mathematical baseline. Finally, step 3, the decision maker. This algorithm merges the AI's wild prediction with that strict mathematical baseline. If they match closely, it just averages them. But if they diverge, it uses a weighted equation to mitigate risk before spitting out a final, highly protective price. So, how is all that math executed so quickly? Let's jump to Section 4, Pipelines and Telematics. You literally cannot build a sub-second dynamic pricing engine on stale, day-old data. The industry relies on some seriously incredible event-driven cloud architectures. Apache Kafka brokers thousands of events, like weather changes and GPS updates, every single second. Apache Flink instantly calculates rolling averages of those tender rejections we mentioned earlier without lag. AWS SageMaker allows for the rapid deployment of brand new machine learning models. And Snowflake's cloud architecture? It lets these systems query massive troves of historical data up to 84 times faster than legacy systems. So the crucial point is, all this sophisticated cloud tech connects directly back to the physical truck via the ELD, or electronic logging device. Because of federal mandates, every single commercial truck has one. But to an AI, ELDs aren't just GPS trackers. They are rigid, ticking game clocks. A truck might be exactly where you need it to be, but if that ELD says the driver only has 1 hour of legal driving time left, the AI completely removes that truck from its available capacity pool for a long-haul route. And the real-time intelligence an algorithm can actually utilize directly correlates with the quality of the hardware on the truck. A basic ELD costs about $15 to $23 a month and just provides your baseline legal compliance. But enterprise providers like Samsara and Motive, which cost slightly more, feed massive AI datasets like high-refresh GPS and precise asset utilization metrics directly back into the broker's pricing engine via APIs. You absolutely get what you pay for in data granularity. All right, let's see how the biggest names weaponize this tech in Section 5, Real-World AI Brokerages. Everyone tackles this with a distinct philosophy. Uber Freight uses a Markov framework focused on lead time optimization, acting almost like surge pricing to clear the market autonomously. Convoy, whose tech was recently acquired by Flexport, used AWS SageMaker to automate reloads, proactively finding a return load for a driver to completely eliminate those empty miles. LoadSmart completely bypasses external portals by injecting their dynamic pricing directly into a shipper's internal software via API. And C.H. Robinson? They built entire agentic supply chains using generative AI. In fact, C.H. Robinson's Gen AI application is staggering. 2 minutes and 13 seconds. No way, right? But that is exactly how fast their AI agent can receive a totally unstructured, messy email from a customer asking for a quote, read it, parse the constraints, interface with the dynamic pricing engine, calculate the real-time rate, and reply back to the customer. This single mature AI agent has handled over 1.5 million price quotes, replacing massive amounts of manual labor. And then you have Flock Freight, who treats trailer geometry like financial engineering. Traditional less-than-truckload ships freight through terminals, which is notorious for damage and delays, costing shippers an average of $411,000 annually in accessorial fees alone. Flock Freight's AI algorithm probabilistically prices the portfolio risk of pooling multiple different shippers directly onto one shared truckload, bypassing those terminals entirely. It requires massive mathematical precision to ensure the geometric constraints and delivery windows line up perfectly. Let's move to and see how this builds right into Section 6, the predictive logistics future. Because AI isn't just reacting to today's load anymore, it is literally looking into the future. Zenita uses machine learning to generate 6-month ocean freight outlooks by synthesizing 500 million data points with global GDP and purchasing managers' index data. Vortex attracts 500 satellites to forecast global tanker prices. And Penske Logistics uses predictive network modeling to tell domestic procurement executives what ground shipping will cost them quarters in advance, allowing them to lock in contracts way before capacity crunches even happen. And these predictive engines are incredibly powerful when forecasting something like the 2026 freight market. Algorithms impartially analyzed a really complex mix of variables, including the Supreme Court's ruling on EPA tariffs, which shifted import behaviors, alongside a massive 60% spike in global diesel fuel costs. Because these models understood that the fuel spike would disproportionately force smaller carriers out of the market, they accurately forecasted spot rates to surge 25% by Q2 and up to 35% by the end of the year. And finally, we're seeing this fascinating behavioral second-order effect. These AI models are now actively penalizing human inefficiency. If a warehouse develops a bad habit of keeping drivers waiting, which the industry calls dwell time, the AI detects this via the truck's ELD telemetry. If dwell time spikes by 25%, the algorithm automatically bakes that delay risk right into the price, meaning that inefficient facility gets hit with a permanently higher dynamic price tag until they fix their internal operations. Which leaves us with a profound question to wrap up this explainer. We've seen how algorithms parse unstructured emails, calculate multi-stop geometry, predict global rate surges, and even financially penalize our bad operational habits. With AI deeply modeling human behavior and autonomously clearing the market in milliseconds, is the traditional human broker finally obsolete? It's a massive technological shift, and it completely redefines how the physical world operates. Thanks for joining me to explore the invisible, brilliant math that moves our world. Keep learning, and I'll see you next time.